everybody on YouTube. It's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, welcoming you back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we're dealing with a different deck every single day. Today is episode 67 of the 100 Days. We're almost at the funny meme number. Ooh, what's that gonna be? We're taking a look at a classic deck. We're taking a look at Thunder Dragons, those Dragons of Thunder. Colossus is still banned in the TCG, but we'll make do with the Thunder Dragons as they happen to be. And we're going to be going into today's show. We're going to be showing off the wombos, the combos, the what do's, the what not do's. We got Thunder Dragons combined with their new buddies, the Bestials, who help them out a lot. And I've fallen kind of in love with the Horus lineup, so I'm trying them out in this just to see how it goes. Just because I have a lot of things that like to be banished from my grave, or these help get things into the grave, so I figure give it a shot, basically. So we got ourselves our deck today, and nobody asked for Thunder Dragons specifically, but I have to give a shout out to a gentleman who is sadly no longer on this channel. He hasn't been here for a long time, but he's a master of Thunder Dragons. It would be feeling wrong if we didn't shout out Mr. Conde Loki, one of the best Thunder Dragon players ever. Although I'm still waiting for that rematch between him and Memphis Alter, where we decided who's the true Thunder Dragon master, but maybe someday. Maybe someday. But for now, let's go into EDO Pro. Let's show off this deck, show you off how it works, what the do's and what the not do's, and all the good stuff. Deck list is at the end as always, but for now, let's show off what this deck does in the wild. Alrighty, everybody, our first opponent, another day, another card game. Well, I like to go second with my Thunder Dragons personally. You can go first just as well and stop a nasty board on your opponent, but going second works pretty good too, just because, you know, we have a lot of damage potential Thunder Dragons to do. They can do out some wombos and some combos, I'll tell you. And we're up against some Ashened ones. Okay, I've played these before, at least a little bit, so I have an idea of what this is about. He's going to blow up my field spell. He's going to give me this big old dragon, which is pretty neat. He's going to give me a free dragon, but he's going to try and steal back this dragon. Or just pop it himself. Either way can work. It's one of those archetypes. It's a fancy little thing with these guys. They're based off of Pompeii meets, what was it, Dark Souls. Like, I think specifically it's Dark Souls 3. I think, but it's hard to say. It could be 1 or 2. It could be Demon Souls for all I know. Definitely not Elden Ring, though. It's definitely not Elden Ring. It just don't feel like it. I would have to put my bet on Dark Souls 3. But basically what his archetype's about is, yeah, he gives me this thing, puts up his field spell. Everything I special summon turns into a pyro-type monster. That's somewhat important. And he can keep summoning out all these dudes, basically. Gonna summon out a whole bunch of dudes to his board. The king will summon the hero, who can quick effect pop Vados. Or any pyro monster, for that matter. Any pyro monster, he can just destroy it. So, you know, it gives my opponent a little bit of interruptibility on my part. Alright, he gets back his field spell, of course. That lets him get more stuff. Let's see. What are we gonna have? Oh, I should have discarded this when I had the chance. Okay, that's fine. You know what? That is totes fine. Let's discard Thunder Dragon and see where this goes. See where it goes, see where it goes. Many ways as this can go. So we're gonna discard the OG Thunder Dragon. Very nice guy. He lets me get up to 2 copies of himself from my deck. Sometimes you only want to discard one at a time, though, and I probably should have just discarded one at a time, but doesn't really matter because we have the Horus line, so I can just discard another Thunder Dragon anyway. That's kind of the interaction these guys are kind of going for, is that, you know, Horus likes it when you discard stuff, and Thunder Dragons like to be discarded, banished from the graveyard to get various things going. It's kind of the shtick. So let's go for a Pharaonic Sarcophagus. That should interrupt my opponent pretty well. To some degree. Let's see. I mean, he can target and he can destroy the Thunder Dragon, or he can, my Horus line, I should say. He can get rid of the Horus line. He can't really destroy me with Vados at this point, which is good for me, bad for him. Let's see. Yeah, this works. This works just fine. In fact, this is perfect. It's exactly what we want to see going on. Is I'll have Thunder Dragon Dark and I can get Titan going. So I'm pretty set, I'd have to say. So we're just going to dump all the Horuses to the grave, but we should be pretty good. I'm actually going to keep Thunder Dragon in my hand. Big brain thoughts here going to happen. Alright, so what we're going to do, we got all the Horuses in the grave right now. We are going to activate our Thunder Dragon's Fusion. We're going to use monsters from our graveyard, and we're going to go ahead and Beak, and this. Because this way we can discard our monsters and recur this. And we're going to summon out our Thunder Dragon Tidy Man. Tidy Man, they call him. Let's go ahead and just bring out... Oh, I should have put this out the extra monster zone. Doesn't matter too much. Doesn't really matter too much. Alright, so he is going to pop Vitos, which is fine. I'm actually fine with this. Because he can't destroy Titan. And he can't destroy Horus 8. Well, basically, I can just remove Horus. Let's see. Sure. I'll just straight up send one of your cards to the graveyard. I'd love to do that. But yeah, Vitos is going to activate. And... who is in my graveyard again? Well, that's my extra deck. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we definitely just allow that. That's fine. That's actually perfect. Because if my boy would be destroyed, I can banish 2 of my cards instead, which is great. So I'm going to banish the 2 dudes who do stuff when they get banished. And I'll move whatever this is. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. But yeah, that's why having the boys in the graveyard, thanks to Horus, is a good thing. If my monster would be destroyed, I can just banish 2 cards instead. And now both of these are going to activate. Let's go ahead. I don't really matter who summon. I'm just going to summon out Dragon Roar. Why not? He's in all the defense mode anyway. And I can return a monster to the deck. Well, I'm forced to now. Just Thunderdragon, actually. That works just fine. Ooh, hello. Hey, gorgeous. How's it going? I wish one of the horses was a light monster right now, but it is not. That sadly is not the case. Not with any of the ones we have anyway. But let's go ahead and summon forth these 3. And my opponent will surrender to this. All right. That might happen a lot today because a lot of people get Horuses and they just think, oh, that's meta garbage. Guys, it's the player, not the deck, that decides whether it's meta or not. Okay? But yeah, that is what our deck is trying to do. That was just like a tip of the iceberg situation, though. You get the idea. We're just trying to get the Thunder Dragons rolling. We banish them with our various things that we have to banish stuff with. Our Chaos Monsters, our Titan's effect, things of that nature. And then we get a Titan Man. He can be protected by banishing stuff, and that triggers more effects. And the Horuses are just here to kick butt. That's what they do. So, good on us for the first duel. That gives you the idea of the deck. Let's go for duel number 2. Show up some more wombos and combos, though, because there's still a lot of those to go. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. But this time, hopefully my opponent will let me, like, do more stuff. I mean, to be fair, I was going to, like, completely one-shot that dude. Such is how it goes. Like I said, this deck has a lot of damage dealing potential. What do we have for an opening hand here? It's an interesting one. It's not perfect, but it's interesting. Because we have the branded cards, we have the Bestial cards, we have the Thunder Dragon cards, and we have that guy. So, there's a lot of things this hand can do. What are we up against? Arvata, you say. So this is Fire Kings, a worthy opponent indeed. Although, not a very worthy start, but not every start's going to be perfect. Alright, so we're going to start off with our Branded Regained. If one of my boys gets banished of the light or dark, I can recur that card and draw myself another card. So that's a pretty nice card to have off starting. Or it would have been if it weren't for that pesky Solemn Johnson. Johnson, how could you do this to me? Alright, you do that. I activate Thunder Dragon's effect. I just discard him. Okay. My opponent's just like, no. I mean, I wouldn't say that's really what Fire Kings are about, but they do have the ability to do that to a degree. Let's see. Let's discard Thunder Dragon Hawk. That way I can do that. See, this guy is very flighty. I just want to point out this dude is like flighty as balls. He is literally just negating everything I try to do. I mean, against certain decks, that would be, like, effective, obviously. That would do stuff. But against us, that doesn't really do jack shite. Not really. Not only do we have Horus, but we have Bestial, and we have everything else in the world. That's really not good. Ooh, hello. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, I really wish I was playing the Bestial boss monster right now. Like, I can, it's just I don't. I'm not at the moment, which sucks, because I would love to do that right now. But is fine. Let's go ahead and banish our Thunder Dragons, because they're the ones we want to banish the most. Be like, hello, I am Evil Gargoyle Man. Oh, what's that? He got banished? I get to summon another monster from my deck? Sure, let's summon out Thunder Dragon Dark. Why not? Doesn't really matter who we're summoning here, but, you know, I'm just going to do it anyway. So let's go ahead and use Magnum Hut. Banish Dragon Hawk. We're not going to use his effect, though, because You know, I only have one card to get, so it's not a big deal. Oh yeah, he's negated anyway. So I couldn't use his effect even if I wanted to. So we're pretty set here. Let's go ahead and let's see. Serenir for Lebellion. And then Serenir goes off, and he's gonna get me the trap card. So that way, what was the effect? Wait. During the main phase, place a branded... Oh, I misplayed that. Irrelevant! Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter right now. I don't think it's gonna matter. We have more than enough damage to, like, one-shot this dude. Or I would have if it wasn't for that guy, but... It's fine. My token's gonna be huge. Also, Dragon Dart goes off, so sure, fuck it. Add to my... Yes, I would love to get Thunderdragon Fusion and do a Fusion Summon right now. I would love to do that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Like I said, this deck is very robust in what it does. Let me think about this. Graveyard. Banished. I'm just gonna get back my Banished, boys. I think this is a good idea. So we're gonna go for Thunder Dragon Titan, and this guy thought he wasn't taking damage this turn. I'm about to teach him the meaning of pain. If the EDO Pro let me click buttons. There we go. So like I said, my opponent was just like, no, you're not allowed. I think he was going for like a David versus Goliath thing with his name there. But it didn't work for him too well now, did it? And now I have a giant rock. This is like if Goliath... What do I say? This is like if Goliath... was like David threw the rock at Goliath to try and kill him, but Goliath was just like... Oh. And then he eats the rock. Just takes chunks out of it with his teeth. I mean, Goliath was like 8 feet tall or something, so I can see him doing that. But yeah, this is the part where Goliath beats David over the head with his own rock. But before we do that, do we have any light Let's see, I have one. I have a light monster. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna beat him with his own rock, okay? I'm gonna keep it nice and simple with this one. So already 2 duels into the game, and we're kicking butt. We're kicking butt. We've shown off the damage potential here, although that was mostly horse, but they're part of it anyway. And now we've shown off the robustness of our deck, because my opponent had, like, how many negates? 1, 2, 3. 3 negates and an Abiru, and it wasn't enough to stop us, okay? So let's go for duel number 3. Continue to show off with this deck. It's pretty beefy, pretty beefy. Alrighty, everybody, our third opponent to fight in third. And so far, so good. Our deck is doing exactly what I want it to do. We're summoning out lots of monsters, doing lots of damage. I mean, last duel was more of my opponent's monster doing damage, but that's irrelevant. Anyway, what do we have for a hand here? Alright, it's an interesting hand. I really wish I was going first, but that's irrelevant at this point. We are up against the Corn Man. Okay, this is the Corn deck. I'm only kidding. This is the Chimera archetype. Or... is it an archetype? It's more like a series. Or I guess maybe it's a comp. Maybe it's an archetype. Is it a comp? No. No, it is not an archetype. It's just Chimera Fusion. Alright. Chimera Fusion indeed. Alright. So you're gonna do some fusions, and that is a little worrisome. Just the only reason this is worrisome is because his monster will hit one of the cards in my hand in the end phase and just send it... does it send to the grave or... yeah, to the grave. Which is bad for, like, most of my hand. I like all the cards in my hand. I like all these cards. That's the bad thing. Every one of these cards has a special place in my heart. I don't want to lose any of my cards. But, unfortunately, we're going to, because whoever designed this Chimera thing was, like, off his rocker. Just a fusion, a quick play fusion spell, mind you, that is recurable. And branded fusion is on top. Alright, so that's Ice Blade Dragon 2. If we're lucky that he's not playing, like, something else. Alright, Lebellion the Searing Dragon. As one does. Alright. Okay, I was looking for Dark Magicians. No, Dark Magician detected. Good! I don't want to have to see no Dragoon. No, instead we're going to have to deal with Ice Blade Dragon. So he's going to have a non-targeted banish of my stuff. And I think this also... yeah, if I use a monster's effect on the board, he can negate me too. Oh no, it's worse. It's Masquerade Dragon. Okay. Okay. Mirror Knight. Fuck you. I don't remember what you do, but fuck you. Sorry for my language, but fuck you. Get out of here. No Mirror Swordsman for you. Alright, well now that my opponent has done that, it's my turn. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let's go for Thunderdragon Fusion's effect. I am limited on my plays because of this stupid thing. But we're gonna go ahead and add... That's a Thunderdragon. That's a Thunderdragon, but I get another Thunderdragon. Let's get Thunderdragon Dark. Yeah, that'll work. That ought to work just fine. So what we're going to do is the following. I can only play so many more cards. We're going to instant fusion here. That might seem stupid because we're losing life points, but it's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and summon out Kaminari Attack. Nice little tech card here. Because if you lose your fusion spell and you still need to fuse, this is an alternative. So we're going to banish 2 cards. This dude and that dude. And that will summon this dude. Haha. What say you to that, Pilgrim? What say you to that? And Thunderdragon Dark would normally add me any Thunderdragon card I like, and I'm still going to do it. Because I don't care. My opponent's he's going to run me out of life points, but I don't care. Legitimately, because I'm just going to pop him after this. Alright. So what we're going to do, activate Thunderdragon's effect in the hand. This way, Thunderdragon Titan Man will activate his effect. Because my effect activated in my hand. Oh, you're just going to negate me, huh? I see. Okay. Freaking effect veiler me, are you? Alright. 2 can play that. Let's see. I gotta do math. So I can use 6 more cards. Or 6 more activations. I should just battle phase and wipe the thing out, shouldn't I? But then again, he's probably expecting me to do that. But then again, I'd rather just bait out the Masquerade or whatever he's got. Or probably what he actually is gonna do is summon out... What's his face? He's going to summon out the Guardian Chimera and pop my monster. Which is also really annoying, but I can still stay in the main phase and do other things. That's the thing. So, yeah, he's going to summon out that dude. And then this dude can pop my cards. Which is really annoying. Or maybe it can't. Okay. I don't know why he didn't get to pop me, but I'm not gonna look the gift horse in the mouth. Let's see, blah blah blah. This card's used to summon my spell, or if I draw cards in the number of cards, destroy cards your opponent equal to the number. Equal, that's the key word. It has to be exactly as many cards as I lost. But that's not what happened, now is it? Now, Masquerade will come back, but it has to be fusion summoned for its effect to work. That's the key term there. So, screw you. Screw you and your small dog. And your opponent's surrender. Well, that's what you get for relying on floodgates, little boy. That's what you get. Alright, listen, I don't like a lot of the branded fusions because they're annoying as all hell. But this one is especially annoying just because it makes people think, oh, I got this cheap and easy floodgate that comes back. Nobody understands how the darn thing works. It has to stay on the board. Its recovery effect is irrelevant for that. Okay, so there's good for duel number 3. Let's go for one more duel today. I think we've earned a 4th duel because we're showing off most of what this deck does already. Most of the extra deck I think is going to go unused, unfortunately. But maybe in the 4th duel, we'll get to see some extra deck goodies. Alrighty, everybody, the 4th opponent, the final 4th, the last chance at romance. Will we get to see some more extra deck stuff? Because I'd like to see a little bit more extra deck stuff, you know? It's not like the mainstay of this deck, but it's nice to see it every once in a while. So what do we have for an opening hand here? It's an interesting hand. It's very monster heavy of a hand, but it's got potential. It's got potential. I always love seeing Batterman Solar. I don't ever like seeing that. Don't. Although any Bysteel will completely screw this over, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I just need to draw a Bysteel monster. That's the thing. Oh, hey, I was just talking about you, brother. How are you? Oh, let's go Batterman Solar here. Go ahead and have him activate his effect. Summon limit. Ew. Ew. Gross. Disgusting. Vulgar. Not a fan. Alright, sending Dragon Dart to the grave. Let's see. Banished or in my grave, and discard this for another one. Let's go ahead and use Thunderdragon's effect. Get him a-going. What say you to that? I'm gonna get more monsters to my hand. Alright, so he has to destroy Phoenix Enforcer, and I guess his idea is, like, he'll pop it to draw more cards, which is a... I mean, that's a solid idea. That's a solid idea if ever there was one. But I need a Thunder monster, and I can get a Thunder monster upon my board, so that's a good thing. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use Dragon Roar's effect. We're going to discard him and revive ourselves a monster. Granted, because of summon limit, I don't get anything bonus from this, but I'd rather have 2 monsters than 1 monster. Let's put it that way. Or I get it back to my hand. That's not right. Let me think. I can summon this dude, but I don't see a reason to do that. Dang, that summon limit actually hurts a lot more than I'd like it to. Alright. So, he'll get to draw a card. Oh shoot, now I can't do that effect, because my opponent doesn't have a monster anymore. So I can't banish the damn thing. Alright, well, that is unfortunate indeed. Little unfortunate. I can still bait out that monster. It's just a matter of I don't have anything to go with that. Oh wait, now I can do it. Go, Sarnir! Banish the annoying thing. Yeah, how you like them apples? No monster for you. Alright, so what does this do? Add a Fire King spell trap to the deck to the hand. Okay, cool. Cool. So he'll get Fire King Island. He is limited by his own trap, though, so that's a good thing for us to a degree, although I still don't have much. I kind of need... I hate to say I need Horus right now, but I really do. I really kind of do. Also, he's done 2 of his summons already, so he can't summon anything else. That's the kicker. He can't summon any more monsters thanks to his own combo. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, he'll still get to search a card, and he's probably going to get Super Garnix. Uh-huh. Yeah. Avatar Kirin, and then you're going to get the other Fire King. Oh, the OG Garnix. Okay. I thought he was going to get, like, new Garn. Oh, wait, he already has it, doesn't he? He already has Garnix, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be the thing. Let's see... Yep, and now he's going to lay waste to one of my monsters. He only gets to hit 1, though. And he's going to go after the small one. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use this. Just to deck thin. Just in case. I might need to deck thin, just a smidge. Okay, Thunderdragon Dark. Neat. Very neat. Very cool. Alright. I think we're okay. I was more worried about this than anything else, because Destroy Phoenix Supports are such an annoying card. Just being able to pop itself and your opponent's stuff, and then it comes back next turn. Well, he ain't coming back no more now, is he? No, he is not. Alright, what do we have? Ooh, hello. That's actually pretty damn good. Let's go for Allure of Darkness. Draw some more cards. Some might say that this card doesn't work as well anymore, but I say it still works pretty damn good. I'd say it works pretty damn good indeed, sir. So let's go ahead and get all Thunderdragon Fusion. Let's see here. How many dragons do I have? I have all the dragons in the world. Let us activate our Thunderous Dragon Fusion. This is only for monsters, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Good. Alright, so we're going to Thunderous Fusion. Let's go ahead and get Boom, Boom, and it doesn't really matter who else. Yeah, I'm going to get the Banish guy back, though. Just in case I banish the other Dragon Dark, which I might. So, let's go ahead. Thunder Dragon Titan. And then we'll activate Thunder Dragon's effect. See, when I discard a Thunder monster, I can, afterwards, I can pop a card of my opponent's. I can just target a card in the field, destroy it, so I can get rid of the summon limit, and thus open up my deck. So, let's go ahead and do that. I can also pop its field spell and, like, nuke his board, but... Oh. Alright. Well, that never works, does it? Nah, not today. Unfortunate, Thunderdragon Titan does not have the ability to negate just anything. Let's just go ahead. I probably should have just gotten them both right there, but it's fine either way. It's fine either way. It doesn't really matter too much. I've summoned one monster. I need to summon another. So let's activate the Sarcophagus of Kings and see where this goes. We'll go ahead and discard Gobishkababa. And let's get Imseti because he's like the main dude. Actually, we're just going to discard another card anyway. Either way, it doesn't work. I mean, it does work. It works either way. Let's special summon Imseti because he's the biggest one. I can't summon anybody else this turn, but I don't think I need to. He will get a draw, but I'm okay with this. I'm totally fine with this. Yeah. Let's beat over the chicken. And I can banish the chicken after this. Then my opponent won't have a chicken. And let's go ahead and beat over that dude. Because I don't think he does anything. This is once per turn anyway. We'll attack our opponent directly. And I should be pretty set. One thing I will do, just because I don't trust that chicken, I would banish the chicken. Some might say that was a waste, but I say otherwise. I say I shall banish the chicken. Alright, so now what will my opponent do? Got the supply squad and summon limit. The summon limit's more of a hindrance to him, though, at this point. Because he can blow up Garnix and search out other Garnix all he likes. Okay. Garnix the second summons himself out. This is going to destroy another monster. Assuming this is going to be... the new Kirin. Who will then summon another monster. Who will he summon? It could be himself. It could be OG Garnix. Will then nuke the board, correct? No, that's only been he's summoned by his own effect. You gotta read them cards, brother. I've done that myself too, so I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll avoid destruction. Hell, why not? I don't see a single reason why I wouldn't do this. Because when I banish my boys, their effects all activate. So Dragon Dark will search me another card, and Dragon Roar will summon on my opponent's turn. Hey, that'll work. Let's see. Let's get... it doesn't really matter too much, but they go in defense, so I go with Hawk here. And let's go ahead and add Roar. So this is one of those times I wish I had Dragon Matrix still on the deck. I probably could have put that thing in as like a one-of, just so I could search it off of that certain situation. And then I can use it to boost my power on my opponent's turn and pop a card. Yeah, I would have to say, run one Dragon Matrix just for that one-off situation where you banish stuff to protect Dragon Titan, and then you get to search a card. I would say just run one. Alright, okay, you have no more summons, by the way. You do not have any more summons. Let's see. Circle, possibly? I'm going to say he's either going to get Circle or Arvada. One of those two. It's way too late in the game to hit me with Droll and Lockbird. So I can't see him doing that. He already has Fire King Island. He's not going to play another one. And he already played Pot, so I don't see him searching another Pot. Okay, so it is Arvada. Okay. Good choice. Good choice. Very good choice indeed, my friend. Alright, so do we have to worry about anything, really? Not especially. Like, he's going to beat over Sarnir, and he's going to get rid of Dragonhawk. But I can live with that. I can live with it. What do you... Oh, yeah, I'm smaller now, aren't I? Sheesh. Dang it. My monster. I loved him like a brother. Alright, this is fine. Sarnir is going to go to the grave. This is all part of the plan. Because we're going to send into the grave. I think it was this one, right? No, I remember there was a way I could get one of those back, but I don't think that's the way to do it. I'm going to go ahead and ditch Lebellion, I guess. I think that'll work. And sadly, I can't do stuff. But also, Dragonhawk comes back to my hand, so it's working either way. So what are we going to do? I can summon back all the boys in the yard, but I kind of want to do... oh yeah, Horus is a dark right now. Shoot. I need Lebellion to do the thing I want to do. Sadly, indeed. Sadly, that is the case. I need Lebellion, and I don't have Lebellion right now. I'd like to have him, but I don't have him. So let's go ahead and just send the last of the Horus lineup, just to get them out of the deck. And let's activate Sarko. Why not? I kept this as a holdover from when I had, like, Necroface and stuff in the deck, which I still think is a really good deck choice for Thunderdragons, just because, you know, we like to banish a lot of stuff, but, you know, it's all good. Let's see. Let's banish Levianir in the off chance we need him. And I could summon out Synchron, but I think, despite the fact that I don't like doing this, like, or relying on the Horus lineup for, like, winning games, I think that's what we're going to do this one time. We're going to summon out all the boys. We're going to summon out all the boys. And what is there to activate here? Why not? Deck thinning is always good. Go ahead and banish Thunderdragon Fusion. What is this? We don't yet know. Let's add ourselves a Thol or Totally Battered Man. That'll work. Let's see here. Add a drag. Wait. Oh, I guess I could have gotten back my Dragon Titan. It doesn't matter either way. I need to get my other Dragon Roar is what I really need to do. I'm going to discard Dragon Roar here. I'm going to go ahead and get my cards back. Get my brothers back. We should be pretty set. I mean, I do have King Sark. So I can just straight up send my opponent's stuff to the graveyard. If I happen to need so. And I might do that with at least somebody. At least you. At least you. I would at least do that with you. So let's go for the battle phase. And I'm going to attack into Garnix here. And we're going to go ahead and use King Sark's effect, just because if this is destroyed, he can summon another monster. Or conversely, he can blow himself up. Alright. I guess he really wanted that other draw. Okay. That's acceptable. So let's, again, attacking into Garnix. And then we're just going to send his monster to the graveyard. Granted, he's still going to go off, though, isn't he? Because if I destroy him, then he's just going to come back. Does it really matter too much? Not especially. You know what? I'm a little gun-shy here, so I'm just going to end my turn. I think I'm fine. I think we're fine here. So, Garnix is going to come back. He's going to attempt to wipe the board, but it's not going to do me any good. Or him any good, I should say. I mean, yeah, Kieran is going to pop himself. And then that guy's going to come back. Okay. I'm okay with all of this, by the way. I'm pretty okay with this. I mean, I would have liked to have gone into Chaos Angel by now, but I really need Lebellion to do that. Like, with all the good stuff. Okay, so that's 2 summons already. Right? Yeah, because he's already summoned twice. He's already summoned twice. So that's a good for me, a bad for him. Yeah, because the thing is, with his deck, yeah, this summon limit's pretty useful for stopping me if I was, like, womboing my comboing every turn. But I can play a slow game if I need to. I can play the slow game when necessary. So, I'm fine with it. I mean, yeah, his monster's big for a turn, but that's like 1 turn and that's it. Another one, you say? Okay. This is fine. I can live with this. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You wasted your 1 summon on a set, you say. Interesting choice. Interesting choice, sir, but unfortunately for you, it won't work. Sarcophagus works both ways. So if you want to attack me, go right ahead. Your monster's going to the graveyard. That's just how it works. That's just how that works, buddy. And even if he does destroy one of my monsters, the thing about the Horuses is that if your cards leaves the board, then they all do stuff. They all do things. You know? So, like, if he gets rid of Happy, I get protection, and I can remove a card. He's going after Kvevish Kababa. Perfect. What? Why are my boys not activating? Oh, right, it's only by card effect. That's right. My monsters are so big, usually that's kind of the only way to get rid of them. Alright. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. Go ahead, summon out Garnix again. He gets lots of draws. I'll give him that much. But the problem is, he lost his main defense, like, early on in this game here. He did. Alright, Arvada is going to Isn't that going to screw up your combo, brother? Yeah, unless you're summoning the same card. Okay, bring back Curing, because now you don't get the other guy back. That's kind of the problem there, brother. Alright, I really want to go for the extra deck, though. You know, if my opponent survives this next coming turn, which I don't think they're going to, that's what we're going to do. Man, I really want... If it wasn't for Summon Limit, I was trying to get rid of the darn thing. I wanted to get rid of the darn thing, but unfortunately, my monsters are just too beefy. Let's go ahead into battle phase, I guess. Not much else to say. Let's just beat over Garnix and just conclude this duel. It was a nice back and forth. I'll give my opponent that much. I don't like the summon limit. That's like my one... That's like my one issue with this deck, is I don't like that. That I don't appreciate. You know what? I could. Yeah, I could do that. I could just say, let's... I really want to go for the extra deck, but I can't. You know, it's rude to let your opponent survive just so you can do weird things. Much as I want to flex on him a little bit. But there's the duel. Let's go ahead for the end screen. We'll talk a little bit more about the Thunder Dragons today. Alrighty, everybody. So Chaotic Thunder Dragons went, what was it, 4-0? 4-0 today. Pretty dang good for this deck. You know, with this deck, we have a lot of different pieces to it and a lot of different combos that it can do. You know, it's pretty competent when you get things going out there. You know, it's good that we never ran into... I'd say like the one deck that really screws this deck over like completely would be Gravekeepers or something. So good that we didn't run into them. But we got to see off most of what this deck can do. A lot of it... I wouldn't say a lot of it, but Horus did do a lot of work today. It wasn't intentional or nothing, but it just kind of happened that way, that Horus did a lot of the work. But the Thunder Dragon Titan showed up more often than not. We didn't really need most of the extra deck, sadly. I really wanted to summon Chaos Angel or Baron de Fleur or something, but it just didn't happen. Like that's the thing. The extra deck is extra with this deck for the most part. You know, the only monsters we really need is Thunder Dragon Titan until Colossus comes back to the TCG. With all the bullshit in the TCG nowadays, you can't tell me that Colossus would ruin things too much. He probably would, but, you know, I'm gonna say it anyway. Bring him back to one. Why not? No, why not? Kaijus are a thing. People can play around one Colossus, I'm telling you. But yeah, regardless of all that, thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smack the like button to let me know that you enjoyed this here show. And help keep supporting the channel by hitting that subscribe button, because we're trying to get to 850 by the end of the 100 days. We only have so many days left. So, real quick, I'm going to go over the deck list, and then we're going to go ahead to the end screen, and, you know, we'll say what's tomorrow. So, for the main deck today, pretty simple stuff. Triple copies of Horus and Seti, obvious thing. One copy of Levenier, because we can banish a whole bunch of lights and darks in order to do some cool stuff with this. 3 Libellion, because it searches out all your Bestials and things. Allows you to just banish your opponent's stuff, you know, they're playing light darks, or banish our own light darks, you know, that sort of thing. Of course, one of each of the Horuses, don't really need to explain that one. 1 Chaos Creator, because it's just another monster that can banish light darks and summon itself, and it can recur your banished monsters, summon them back to the board. Pretty nice, dude. 1 copy of all these Bestials, like Druid's Worm for getting rid of cards on the board, Magnum Hut as your Searcher, Saronir as your Spell Trap Dumper, and Baldrake, which can stop special summonings. We have 2 copies of Dragon Roar, which we can discard in order to get our cards back. If it's banished, we can just summon out Thunder Dragons from the deck. It's pretty nice. 2 copies of Dragonhawk. We can just straight up discard this to bring back one of our monsters, get our cards onto the board, and if it's banished, we can, you know, shuffle a hand back and get a new one if we need it. 3 copies of the OG Thunder Dragon, because he's just amazing in this deck. 2 copies of Dragon War, because he can discard himself to search himself out. And if he's banished, he searches any Thunder Dragon card, so it's just a nice card. But 3 is a little clunky, so 2 is just fine. 1 copy of Collapsed Serpent and 1 copy of Wyver Buster, same sort of deal. Banishing light darks and getting themselves onto the board. And if they're sent to the grave, they just get the other one from the deck. So, pretty nice, guys. Starly Safrit can, let's see, what's this do again? This adds Dragon Monsters if you discard Dragon Monsters. More important, if you banish him from the grave, you can search a Dragon Monster that's in your graveyard. So if you discard Levenier for whatever reason, or like Lubellion, this is a good card to have. Triple Solar, because if we get our Thunders going, and this guy's been normal summon, we're going to get a whole bunch of tokens, so that's pretty good. He's also Foolish Burial. And 2 copies of the Assault Synchron as our tuner, which lets us go into the few synchros that we bother to run. Triple Allure, because even though we don't run solid Light Darks, or even as many darks as we have other attributes in this deck, it's still a very nice card. It lets us draw into more things, and plus off of them if we're banishing like Dragon or especially Dragon Dark. 1 instant fusion in case something happens to your Thunderdragon fusions. This is a very useful card to just turbo out your Thunderdragon Titan. We have card destruction to get rid of dead hands, Sarko to banish any of the Thunderdragons we might need to do things. We have Foolish Burial to send monsters to the graveyard. A couple Thunderdragon fusions. You can probably get away with like 1 of this, honestly, but you know, it is what it is. 1 or 2, either way, just let you do your summoning of your fusion monster. If Colossus comes back, then definitely run 2 of this thing. Then we have 1 Chaos Space to getting any of our light or darks into our hand by ditching light darks to the graveyard. Really good for our Bystials as well. Although, I mean, it searches Rebellion if we discarded a dark monster, so that's a thing. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have Call by the Grave for obvious reasons, stopping hand traps. 2 King Sarko, because 3's a bit too bricky, and we only really need 2 of these. Just 1 for the regular plays and 1 as a backup. 1 Branded Regain, so that when we banish our stuff, we can recur it and draw more cards. And, you know, I gotta bring back Bystials if I have them in the graveyard. And then Branded Beast is just there to stop my opponent by, like, getting rid of my dragons in order to pop their cards. Pretty nice card. For the extra deck, just lightning around this. Heretic Sphere, the Heavenly Spheres, nice to link 2. We have Masquerena and the Nightmare Unicorn as a basic combo. Some Summer Summoner, which is a really funny card to go into when our board is just absolutely packed. We can bring back Thunder monsters from our graveyard, which isn't as useful in this deck, but it's still cool. We have Blackluster Soldier if we need just a big beat stick of a Link monster, alongside Excess Code Target, which is another big beat stick of a boss monster. Although with the Underworld Goddess, because we do summon quite a bit when we get into it, and if my opponent has some unkillable thing, we can turn the Horus lineup into an Underworld Goddess. We have Dingirzu in our number 38. It's pretty basic things for running in a Horus deck, just because they're rank 8 monsters that are pretty easy to make. Pretty useful. For our synchros, we have things like Stardust Dragon and Excel Synchron Stardust Dragon. We have some level 6s in the deck, and combined with our Salt Dragon, we can make our Salt Synchron Boy. He trades off into Stardust, and then we Synchro Summon into Baron de Fleur. Or we could make Chaos Angel on my opponent's turn. Either way works. You won't get all his protection or nothing, but it's something you can do. Kaminari Attack, which is the funny tech card we use with our Instant Fusion. And lastly is our Thunderdragon Titan, who would love to start popping cards if my opponent would allow it. But more importantly, if he would be destroyed by card effects, then he can just banish cards instead, which can set up all your Thunderdragon effects. So, pretty nice dude. As for the side deck, there's a few things here. Melody of Awakening Dragon, which can search out like Chaos Dragon, Levianeer, and things of that nature. Not quite Lubellion, sadly, but yeah. Yeah, not quite Lubellion, but close. Then we have Necrophase, which is a cool card. If you banish this thing, you banish 5 cards face up from your deck. Really useful for banishing more Thunder Dragons. And not as useful here just because we're playing the Horus lineup, but we don't really want to banish all of those. But if you already have the Horus lineup set up, that's pretty good. We have also just basic Chaos monsters if you want to do more chaosy things. And I kind of wanted to run this dude, the Bestia Albalos, which, I mean, he negates everything from the extra deck, which is pretty dang cool. But we already summoned him this Thunder Day, so I left him out for now. But regardless, thank you very much for watching. Your boy Memphis is signing out. Let me double check what is tomorrow's deck. I still need to finish. I think this one's almost finished. We're playing some more or less pure alien monsters in this today. We're going to be trying to do some alien stuff. Good old Slicer into Alien Mars, that sort of deal. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, everybody, your boy Memphis is signing out. Until next time, y'all stay safe, stay happy, and y'all have a good one. And take care.